Ladies and gentlemen, time marches on. It is now 4012, and we have a special guest, a man who has been living in Lions Gate for almost 2,000 years.
Sir,
He is the 2,000-year-old Lions Gate man.
can I help you up to the stage?
What'd you say, Sonny?
What I said was, is it true you've been living in Lions Gate for almost 2,000 years?
I don't know exactly. I'm in a section where we don't remember too much. It's called independent living.
Well, we checked with the CEO, and he said you moved in 1917 years ago when you were 83 years old.
Yeah, that's right. I was just a kid then.
Well then, could you tell us the secret of how you lived so long?
Well, let's see. They had a salad bar back then, and from this salad bar I took a lot of prunes. Yeah, that's it. I ate a lot of prunes, and it was all the germs. We had germs all over, and I became immune. And I never, ever rode on that bus they had.
So can you tell us what you do for entertainment at Lions Gate?
We had the Spielers. We watched movies, we played cards, and we watched people fall.
Was this a religious place back then?
Oh, yes. Whenever we had a holiday, we couldn't watch movies, we couldn't play cards, the ladies couldn't knit, we couldn't do anything but eat. We even had one holiday when we couldn't eat.
And how often did you have these holidays?
Thinking about it, seems like we had a holiday every week.
And about how long did these weekly holidays last?
They usually lasted 7 days. Except we had a few that lasted 8 days. So sometimes they over that. And we'd have a day that had 2 holidays. When that happened, we really couldn't do anything. We had to stay in bed all day.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Well, what's her name?
I can't remember.
Well, you must have had a lot of wives over the years.
Oh, a whole bunch. Yes, that's why I can't remember.
Do you remember any of your wives' names?
Just a few. The rest, I just remember a lot of yelling and screaming.
So over all these years, was polygamy ever legal?
Yes, it was. For a while, when that guy Mitt was president.
So what's the most wives you had at any one time?
I once had 7 wives.
You remember their names?
Well, let's see. There was Rivka, Ruhel, Reva, Rebecca, Renee, Rachel, and Salome.
So tell us, how did you manage 7 wives?
Easy. Assigned each one a different day of the week.
Were all these wives faithful to you?
All but Salome.
Did that bother you?
Not at all. I just assigned her to Charlotte so I could have a day of rest.
So tell us now, what's sex like at your age?
Sex? What's that?
You know, when a man and a woman get together in bed.
Oh, yeah, yes, I forgot. It's like that comedian said. It's like shooting pool with a rope.
But when you did shoot pool, you must have had a lot of children.
Oh, yeah. I have several hundred children. And not one of them comes to visit.
Why not?
They don't like the food here. Plus, we eat too early.
So what was the food like?
Oh, a lot of matzo balls, gefilte fish, challah, cold borscht.
With so many children, how could you possibly remember all their names?
That was easy. I named them all Phil. Even the girls. So if I called Phil, somebody would come.
Now tell us, do you work now?
Of course not, silly. I am retired.
Or what do you do for money?
Social Security. I've been collecting Social Security since I was 65 years old.
So you mean to tell us you've been collecting Social Security for 1,935 years?
When you put it that way, sounds like a long time.
So does anybody seem concerned about you collecting Social Security for so long?
Yep. I keep getting nasty letters from the government asking me when I'm going to die. And once a year, they send someone around to take my pulse.
So you didn't work even when you first moved to Lions Gate?
No. I was retired, even back then. We were all retired.
So if you were all retired, what did you do all day?
Mostly, we sat around and complained.
All of you?
No. Some people couldn't hear because of all the loud fire alarms. So we couldn't complain with them.
So tell us, what was it you complained about?
We complained about the food, the movies, the cleaning, the temperature and the rent, things like that.
And did you do anything about your complaints?
Certainly. We complained to the boss, the CEO.
And did he do anything about your complaints?
Of course he did.
What'd he do?
He smiled. He said he'd look into it.
Is that all he did?
No. Sometimes he made believe he was making a note of it in his BlackBerry. He was really just playing a game on it.
Since you didn't work when you first moved in, what did you do to get the entrance fee?
When we came to an open house, we noticed that there were empty apartments that weren't locked. So we stayed in them until we saved up enough money from not paying rent.
And what about food?
We only went to dinner when they had a buffet. We never sat at a table, so no one knew who we were.
What about the rest of the week?
Well, we noticed that some of the residents who had walkers with covered compartments loaded them up with food for the week. So we grabbed a couple from the hallway, and we did the same thing.
Now, has Lions Gate expanded over the years?
Yes, they've built hundreds of cottages over the years.
And how has that worked out?
Well, back at the beginning, we had only 4 empty cottages. Now we have hundreds of empty cottages.
And have there been any improvements at Lions Gate over the years?
Oh yeah, there have been many improvements.
Well, what has been the greatest single improvement?
The greatest improvement is they figured out how to have warm toasted bagels when we have lunch.
All right, sir, I don't have any more questions for you. Would you like to leave us with any parting words of wisdom?
Yes. Prunes. Lots of prunes. And always wash your hands before you pick your nose.
All right.